Hello, my darlings. We have so many new beautiful perfumes to talk about. I'm really blown away of what I have in front of me, and I think you will be too. This video has been kindly sponsored by a perfume shop, Sense Angel. I've worked with them before, so if you haven't seen that previous video where I talk about a lot of Moresque fragrances that are just to die for and many others, then I will leave that link right here. But basically, I was kindly able to choose whatever I wanted from their website, whatever I wanted to test, whatever I wanted for myself. So here it is. It's just that Sense Angel will provide you a discount code for whatever you want to purchase on their website. And also there are so many good perks that you can use. For example, you do not have to buy full bottles of perfumes, which you absolutely can. However, you do get some travel sprays in many different sizes. So that's really good to not only do your normal purchase, but also test fragrances as well. And I know many of you love Sense Angel. So it's a good one. It's a good one to go for, and I'm very happy to work with them again. And today I have over 5 fragrances to talk about, and let's just jump right in. Everything you will have to know is linked below. The links to the fragrances, the discount codes, and so much more, everything is listed below. So let's start. I'm gonna start with a brand that I've been discovering through Sense Angel. This is my second fragrance from them now, and I'm so happy. This is Masque Milano, and the first time I encountered this brand was a year ago in Milan. They're actually a very nice team who do these fragrances, and they're very unique, very niche, and I really suggest you check them out. First I got Madeleine, and I'm in love with it. It's been featured in my previous video, and today I received Petra. And what I really love is, of course, Petra is a name of a woman. However, it's of course a beautiful ancient place in Jordan. If you haven't been there, you absolutely have to. If you have a possibility to go to Petra in Jordan, please do. One of the most magical places in the world. But back to the fragrance. Petra looks like this. So just like Madeleine, it's the same collection. Here you have the bottle. Petra has been created by a perfumer, Cécile Zerokian. I really love her. She has so many great creations. I'm sure many of you do already own some of her fragrances, and you might not even know about it. Very popular perfumer. In Petra, we've got bergamot, yellow mandarin, and pink pepper. In heart, we have jasmine, absolute rose, Moroccan rose actually. We have Lukimat accord and fruity notes. And in the base, we've got incense, patchouli, benzoin, myrrh, leather, and ambergris infusion. And I'm going to be completely straightforward with you here. Petra is like your niche, exquisite version of Coco Mademoiselle. This is divine. This is divine. Think of Coco Mademoiselle, make it less fizzy, citrusy, and make it more incensey. That's what Petra is to me. I personally truly adore all Coco Mademoiselles, the EDP, the Extrait. I love them. And to me is one of the most classy fragrance in the world. Even though it's so old and so popular, I still love it. But Petra gives you that step up from it. If you love the DNA of Coco Mademoiselle, you will be in love with Petra. I cannot believe I didn't get my hands on this perfume sooner. This is a deeper, darker, more incensey version of Coco Mademoiselle. As I said, you still have that, you know, fizzy bergamot and sweet mandarin. You have some pink pepper that also gives you that fizzy feeling, a little bit spicy. You have a beautiful jasmine and rose here and some fruity notes. So think of the fruity notes that you get in the intense version of Coco Mademoiselle, right? That kind of a fruity sweet aspect. And in the base, you still have that same warm, beautiful, long-lasting patchouli, but you also get myrrh, you get incense, and a little bit of leather. And that's what makes this fragrance so incredible, so deep, so luxurious. Even though Coco Mademoiselle is a luxurious perfume, this is its even more luxurious version. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and this is a powerhouse. So is Madeleine, and so are pretty much all Masque Milano fragrances. This is such a good line. There is more from this line that I'm definitely eyeing, but Petra was something that I really wanted to have, especially that I still do love Coco Mademoiselle DNA and many people compare it to it. So yeah, Petra, 10 out of 10 for me, guys. I'm so happy to have it. And if you haven't heard of this particular fragrance and you like the DNA, then you just have to check it out. At least get a travel size, which comes in either a 5 milliliter or you can get a bigger one, which is in 10 ml version. So that is Petra. And of course you have a discount code if you want to get a full bottle as well. So yeah, that's a good deal, right? Okay, speaking of these travel sizes, I honestly got a lot of Moresque in this haul. I got very much all out when it comes to exploring the brand Moresque. My absolute favorite still to this day is Sole, that I talked to you about over 3 times already since I got it. Also there is Ballerina, which is incredible, but I have so much more this time. So in the travel spray version, 10 milliliter, I got Rand Rose, and this has such high notes, like, you know, on Fragrantica, people rate it very high. And this has such a beautiful liquid. If you've seen the bottle, it's not the bottle that's glittery, it's actually the juice, but it doesn't leave any glitter on your skin. It pretty much just looks like a unicorn. And Rand Rose, it's such a beautiful, super classic rose fragrance. I would say get it just for the bottle if you can, because the bottle is to die for. Let's start with that. The juice, beautiful. But in the notes, you've got pineapple, you have bergamot and mandarin orange, then you have some damask rose, ylang, jasmine and iris. And in the base, you have some woody notes, some patchouli, a lot of vanilla, amber, musk, and a bit of oud. So think of a very fruity rose oud fragrance. This is what Rand Rose is. It's not your easy peasy, fleeting, airy rose. No, this is a powerhouse. It's sweet. You get a gorgeous fruitiness from the pineapple. You have some powderiness from the iris. And of course, the main player here is the rose. And then when it dries down, you get, mostly to my nose, an ambery vanilla, slightly oudy base. That oud here is very like smooth and faint and not too obnoxious. So if you are afraid of ouds, don't worry really about it, because again, the main player in this fragrance is rose and that fruity aspect and that powdery iris, and of course amber and vanilla. If you like roses and you haven't tried Rand Rose from Moresque, trust me on that. Just trust me on that. Next, in the smaller travel size, I got Regina di Fiori. And Regina di Fiori is another one that has one of the most beautiful bottles that ever exist. It looks like Rand Rose, but it's in a minty color. So again, you have that same glitzy unicorn juice, but in a minty color. And this is considered to be a powdery white floral vanilla amber fragrance, and I must say I really love it. You know, with Moresque so far there are no failures for me. And I'll be honest here, Regina di Fiori, even though Rand Rose is still a powerful fragrance, it will last you for at least 8 hours on your skin and forever on your clothes. Regina di Fiori projects way more. This is like a massive bubble that you get from it. And this is perfect for summertime because you have watery notes, you have heliotrope, which does give you that slight almondy touch. You do have bergamot, you have jasmine, cinnamon, nutmeg, you have some rose, iris, and again you get ylang. And in the base you get some copaiba balm, so it's balsamic, a bit more resinous. You get sandalwood, you get vanilla, caramel, musk patchouli, and amber. You know, I love Moresque because in general, even though they can be more of a fruity, marine, aquatic fragrances, they still have a very like heavy base that everything sits on, and I really love that because that's gonna give you longevity, that's gonna give you depth, that's gonna give you that gorgeous anchor that lasts and lasts and lasts. So Regina di Fiori is definitely more of a marine, a little bit like salty floral fragrance. Gorgeous. This one is not too fruity. This one is again more marine, floral, a bit woody, a bit powdery from the heliotrope, and you get beautiful vanilla as well. Whereas Rand Rose is going to be a fruity rose with a heavy base. So these are the travel sizes that I got, and look how beautiful the juice is. And this is how all Scent Angel travel sprays come. So they look very sophisticated, they look very nice. Even the caps are done so well. So yeah, these are the travel sprays. Now, let's move on to the Moresque big bottles. And speaking of Regina, I got Regina di Fiori in the travel spray, but I got a full bottle of the OG from the collection, which is the original Regina. And this is beautiful. This is more of a mature fragrance. The bottle, guys, when you see it, you will die. Look at the bottle. It doesn't get better than this. It just doesn't. It's so luxurious looking. I cannot. In Regina, again, another one that has ylang and bergamot, but then it goes into jasmine and sea notes, so it's a bit salty. It has cinnamon and carnation, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of carnation, but for some reason here, it's subdued enough that it doesn't bother me. And in the base, you have sandalwood, vanilla, vetiver, amber, and patchouli. So another one with a good anchor of a base. Regina is, to me, actually the most mature smelling out of the three. It's super sophisticated. This smells like money. This really smells like money. You get a little bit of that marine touch. It's less marine than Regina di Fiori to my nose, but it's still quite marine. A little bit salty of a jasmine. You get beautiful ylang at the top with bergamot, so it's nice and tropical. And then in the base, you are again entering that very vanillic, ambery, sandalwoody dry down. So I love it. All of them have beautiful longevity. Again, at least 8 hours for all of them. However, I would say for some reason, Regina di Fiori projects the most on me. I don't know what it is. It's just the way it is. But Regina is the original of Reginas, and I'm very happy to have it because it's beautiful. If you are looking for something that's quite refreshing, quite aquatic, perfect for the beach, but in a very luxurious, sophisticated way, think of Eden Rock, okay? Think of Monaco, think of Cannes. if you want to go to the beach there, Regina or Regina di Fiori will be the most suitable fragrances to wear there. So yeah, beautiful, fresh, yet very, very sophisticated fragrances. And last one from Moresque is Diadema. And guys, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. I don't think it's gonna be perfect for summer because it is a vanilla, very sweet fragrance, but it truly is my favorite out of them all. And this is Diadema. This is how it looks. It's all white. The cap is also white, just like in the rest of them. Absolutely beautiful. By the way, the caps are metal, so it gives you full-on luxury experience. And you know what? What's amazing? Moresque is not that expensive comparing to other brands, and they have such an amazing quality. So I'm so happy that I have my collection expanding and expanding and expanding, because they're so worth it, and I'm always very happy to show them to you. So Diadema, let's get into Diadema. We have cherry, orange, and bergamot in the beginning. Then again, ylang. As you can see, there's a common denominator with the Moresque fragrances that I have. They all have some ylang going on. Jasmine and May rose. So it's more of a airy, light, flirty rose. And in the base, you have Madagascar vanilla, caramel, benzoin, and patchouli. And this is my fave. As I said, this is... oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. I cannot. Many people compare it to Lyra from Xerjoff. They also compare it to Symphonium from Xerjoff as well. They also compare it to many other fragrances like... what is it? Pacific Park from Simone Andreoli? Yeah, Pacific Park. For me, Pacific Park is way more fruity than this. This is vanilla, caramel, cherry, and a bit of ylang. It has that cherry smoke. Think of cherry smoke like you were sniffing a cherry-infused tobacco, that kind of cherry. But everything is so sweetened with vanilla and caramel. This is insane. One of the most beautiful gourmands. To me, definitely reminds me of ex-idol Love and Crime, but not as spicy. Beautiful vanilla caramel fragrance, beautiful. It's a resinous vanilla with caramel and like a cherry smoky aspect. Diadema, 20 out of 10. 100 out of 10, I would even say. And again, the longevity is phenomenal on this fragrance. With Moresque, I haven't failed once. Even though I didn't smell most of these fragrances before I got them. I smell them here and there, especially during LUX in Milan, but you know how it is. You are in such a massive fragranced space that you kind of forget very quickly what you smelled 5 minutes ago. And now I have the full experience and I'm super happy. So yes, Diadema, if you love vanilla, like a caramelized resinous vanilla with some smoky cherry, then you have to get Diadema. If you want something quite marine, floral, with a heavier base, then absolutely have to get Regina. If you want to get something still quite mariney, but more on the powdery side, like with iris and of course ylang and caramel vanilla in the base and balmy, then Regina di Fiori is phenomenal. And if you are a fan of rose, this is like no discussion, you have to try Rand Rose. Okay, so these are all from Moresque, and I have another fragrance that I really wanted to try, and that is from Oman Luxury, and this is Flowerlush, and it's gorgeous. It's truly, truly gorgeous. Look at the presentation. It's to die for. I love that kind of packaging. It's big, but it will already show you that you're getting a luxurious fragrance. And this is the bottle. So beautiful. So Flowerlush, here's the cap. Flowerlush is actually 100 ml, whereas all the Moresques that I have and Masque Milano are 50 ml. And this is 100 ml. I really like the simple, luxurious aesthetics of the bottles from Oman Luxury. They're not too over the top. They're just perfect. Quite heavy though. So I would say maybe get a travel atomizer if you want to travel with Oman Luxury, because it is quite heavy. And by the way, if you guys do not know, I love Oman. One of my happiest, most perfect places for vacation is Oman. And of course, I'm very drawn to the brand because of this. So in Flowerlush, you have citruses, then you have bergamot and mandarin orange. In the mid, you have cyclamen, rose, and jasmine. And then in the base, that's where it gets heavy. You have musk, woody notes, and then you have also oud, patchouli, and sandalwood. So it's not too sweet of a fragrance, all right? It's not too sweet of a fragrance. It's more of a, yes, flowery, yes, a little bit citrusy, but it's a powerhouse in general. But I love it very much. I love it very, very much. At first, when I sprayed it, I was like, oh my goodness, I think it's gonna be too much for me. But I kept wearing it. And even though I'm not in my oud phase, and you do have to like your ouds to like it, I'm not saying it's a barnyard oud. It's not like a heavy Indian oud. It's still very smooth, but it's definitely there. You know, comparing to the other fragrances that have oud in this haul, I think, what had oud? Regina, right? Regina had some oud. This oud is very much on a heavier side comparing, but those citruses and those light, beautiful florals give me life. They just give me life, especially the cyclamen, because it's more of a aquatic, sweet floral. Think of color pink. That's what cyclamen to me is. It's like a watery, sweet, airy, fairy of a fragrance, and mixed with such heavy base of oud and sandalwood and other woody notes. I think you're gonna really enjoy it. Very unique, powerhouse for sure. And I really, really love it. The performance is monstrous. So you have to be sure that you want to wear it throughout the day when you put it on in the morning. Because be sure that you're going to stay with it until late night. So yeah, you have to be committed to this fragrance. But Flowerlush is beautiful. I also got a fragrance sample from a perfume brand that I've never tried before, and that is called Nicheend, and the fragrance is called Astronaut. I love cosmos, so I'm immediately drawn to the name. And Astronaut is Bulgarian rose, geranium, gaiac wood, cedar, vetiver, and amber. And it is heavy. It is heavy. If I were to choose, I much prefer Flowerlush. Way more feminine. This, even it is oud heavy and it is marketed as unisex, it is feminine leaning. With Astronaut, I think it leans quite masculine. Yeah, it's very geranium heavy and very woody heavy. So not my cup of tea, but in case you're looking for something like this, then I would definitely suggest looking into that, at least getting a sample. And the last one that I got is Monegal Faisa Pure Joy. And You know, with Monegal, I kind of have a love-hate relationship, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm always eager to test as much as I can for you guys. And it is super interesting. That's I think the best description. Is just super unique. I've never smelled anything like it before. You know, Ramon Monegal, as I said, many people love their fragrances, especially flamenco. It's just not my cup of tea. And in Faisa we have saffron, lemon, ylang, anise, cinnamon, oud, rose, raspberry, mimosa, jasmine, caramel, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and tonka. And I must say, I very much like the dry down of it, but it's just too much for me. You know, we usually should appreciate fragrances that are very complex and a lot of is going on, but with Monegal, I'm having a very hard time. You know, I much prefer Oman Luxury, even though they're very heavy and very complex. I do prefer Oman Luxury over Monegal, I'll be honest. But with Moresque, guys, all of them are like so good, and you absolutely have to try Petra because it's beautiful. If you love Coco Mademoiselle, you can blind get it either in travel size or a full bottle even, because I know if you love the DNA of Coco and you want something a little bit more out of the box, a little bit more heavier, a little bit more interesting, super sophisticated, this smells like money even more than Coco Mademoiselle, then Petra is for you. So yeah, that is it for today, guys. I want to thank, of course, to all of you for supporting this channel, and I want to thank our sponsor Sense Angel for letting me choose the fragrances that I can review for you. And again, if you want to test anything, Sense Angel is a great place to go, because you don't have to buy full bottles. You can buy those nice travel atomizers. But if you know you love the fragrance, then it's also perfect because you have a discount code from me and you get some money off while buying on their website. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. By the way, I know my eyes might look a little bit groggy today. I did something to my eyes, and that was mixing an acidic serum with vitamin C eye cream for mistake. I was just very tired and I didn't look. I just wanted to slap it on and get to bed, not thinking. And yeah, like I'm all puffy and red, but I hope it doesn't show that much on the camera. Nevertheless, I hope it didn't bother you. I love you so much. Please let me know if you have any of these fragrances or any other Moresque fragrances that I should try. Please let me know in the comments, what should I get from Masque Milano, apart from Madeleine that I have, and Petra? What should I get from Moresque that I do not have? And what should I also get from Oman Luxury or any other brand that I featured in this video? Do you have any favorites? Please let me know in the comments. It helps me so much. And yeah, that's all she wrote. Thank you so much and see you in my next one. Bye!